Welcome to Biology, my dear student. Today is lecture number 9 and we are learning chapter 7 Evolution. So my dear student, we are learning origin of life, some theories. And last class we have seen some theories related to origin of life. And so today we will proceed here with another theory related to origin of life. Origin of life theories. So today we will learn about Operine Halden concept of origin of life. So my dear student, Operine and Halden concept of origin of life is another important theory, we may say, related to origin of life. Operine of Russia and Halden of England proposed that the first form of life could have come from pre-existing non-living organic molecules. Example, RNA, protein, etc. So my dear student, Operine, a person from Russia, and Halden, a person from England. So both are the biologist, evolutionary biologist we may say, or some scientists related to who study evolution. Okay, so Operine was from Russia and Halden was from England. So both of them proposed that the first form of life could have come from pre-existing non-living organic molecules. So they proposed that the life first could have come from pre-existing non-living organic molecules. So they said that life could have formed from already some non-living organic molecules are there, and from that non-living organic molecules, that is for example RNA, protein, they consider them as non-living organic molecules. So from that what happened, they considered that life could have formed. Clear? So I hope that you have understood that what they try to say through this theory. So they try to explain us that life could have formed from non-living organic molecules. Okay, for example RNA, protein, etc. So later today we call RNA, protein these biomolecules. So in earlier earth or on the early earth, when there was no living organism, so they said that this could have already RNA and protein could have been present on there, and because of which they said them pre-existing non-living organic molecules. Okay, then formation of life was preceded by chemical evolution. So they said that formation of life was preceded by chemical evolution, that is formation of diverse organic molecules from inorganic constituents. So they said that the formation of life first have begun from inorganic constituent, have converted to organic molecules, and from organic molecules life have formed. So they said that this is chemical evolution. So the changes of chemical have given rise to life. Okay, so they said that from inorganic constituents what happened, organic molecules are formed, and from organic molecules what happened, formation of life could have taken place. Okay, the condition on earth were, so they are talking about the early earth. Okay, before the origin of life, they said that on the early earth what happened, the earth condition was high temperature, volcanic storms, reducing atmospheric containing that methane, ammonia, etc. So they said that on early earth what happened, the earth was very high in temperature. Okay, volcanic storms were there, and slowly what happened, with the then what happened, reducing atmosphere. So at that time we already have learned that some theory, they said that on early earth there was no any atmosphere, and slowly what happened, due to the cooling down of the earth temperature, then only what happened, slowly some reaction took place, and then ozone was formed, water was formed, then carbon dioxide was formed. So already we have learned about that. So in Oparin and Haldane theory also what happened, they have said that the early earth condition was very high temperature, volcanic storm was there, and that atmosphere was reduced, and they contain methane, ammonia, etc. Okay. So my dear student, now let us see that according to Oparin Haldane theory, what does they convey us? According to their theory, life evolved in oceans. So according to Oparin and Haldane concept, or according to Oparin and Haldane theory, they say that life evolved in oceans during a period when the atmosphere was reducing, containing hydrogen, water, ammonia, methane, and carbon dioxide, but no free oxygen. So there was no any free oxygen. So according to Oparin and Haldane theory, they say that life evolved in the ocean. So during that period of time, the atmosphere was reducing. So the atmosphere was reducing, and that atmosphere contained hydrogen, water, ammonia, methane, carbon dioxide, but there was no any free oxygen. Okay, so according to their theory, they said this: organic compounds were synthesized non-biologically by ultraviolet light energy. So they said that organic compounds were synthesized non-biologically by ultraviolet light energy, which in the absence of an ozone shield would penetrate the upper layer of the ocean. So my dear student, they explain that organic compounds were synthesized, and this synthesis of organic compound was non-biological. So today we study that organic compounds, that is RNA, protein, okay, carbohydrate, these are synthesized inside a living body, and that thing are taking biologically inside a living system. But on the early earth, what happened, compound organic compound, that is for example RNA, protein, that is we may say RNA, protein, that were synthesized non-biologically, that means outside a living system body. This thing was taking place, okay, and this thing was taking place by ultraviolet light energy. So at that time there was ozone layer, that a shield or ozone shield was absent. As a result, what happened, the ultraviolet light penetrate the upper layer of the ocean, and as a result organic compounds were formed. Without free oxygen to oxidize them, these organic molecules would be stable and would accumulate in a warm, dilute broth that has been nicknamed Haldane soup. So without free oxygen to oxidize them, so there was no any free oxygen to oxidize them, these organic molecules would be stable. Okay, so there was no any free oxygen, so because of which organic molecule would be stable and would accumulate in a warm, dilute broth that has been nicknamed Haldane soup. So likewise, what happened, a accumulation of that organic molecules that was in dilute condition, and they named it as a Haldane soup. Okay, so you understood that according to Oparin and Haldane theory, what they want to convey us, they say that life evolved in ocean, and that time what happened in the atmosphere was reducing, okay, and they contain hydrogen, water, ammonia, methane, carbon dioxide, but there was no free oxygen. Clear? Then what happened, organic compounds, okay, in presence of ultraviolet energy was formed, because ultraviolet radiation could penetrate the upper layer of the ocean, because there was no any ozone layer. Okay, so in absence of, we can say, free oxygen, these organic molecules could not oxidize. Okay, so they shown to be stable, and they accumulated in a warm dilute broth, which they said that solution, okay, we can say a solution, we can say a mixture, Okay, so that organic compounds, they accumulated, they came together, and they were in dilute condition, and that condition was named as Haldane soup. So soup like structure. Now my dear student, here you see a flow chart is given to you how operate Haldane theory. So from that Haldane soup, so Haldane soup contains some organic molecules. Okay, and this is very warm. And from the Haldane soup, what happens? Single molecules. So this contains single molecules. So from single molecules, what happen? Single molecules means one molecule. Okay, mono we can say. So what happened? More than two molecules, more than three. Likewise, what happened? They accumulated to form next. That is complex molecule or building blocks. So after from simple molecules, these were converted into complex molecules, that is containing building blocks. Then after that, when the complex molecules were formed, then they came together, okay, and they formed conurbates and microsphere. So here you may see one example is shown of microsphere, and conurbates are okay, we can say the according to Operand and Haldane, this is the first accumulation of all the organic molecules to show life actually. Okay, but cell wall was absent, and this cell membrane was absent, but they show some form of life. So after that, what happened? After that, protocells, okay, so protocells was formed from conurbate and microsphere, then protocells. So protocells means pro-primitive stage before formation of true cell. So after conurbate, protocell, that means all the characteristics to be called a true cell was not formed, but somehow some characteristics of cell was found in that structure. Okay, after that, what happened? Protocell plus nucleic acid, okay, a structure was formed, and that structure was able to show self replication. Okay, now in presence of nucleic acid, you will find that nucleic acid, especially DNA, has that capacity to self replicate. So that self replication property is truly a property of a cell. Now after that structure, they said that after this only, what happened, the formation was cell was possible, and this is the way how cell was formed. And if you see cell formation took place, then we will say that life originated. Okay, so life formation took place in form of a cell. So this is according to Operand and Haldane theory. Okay, so here conurbate is very important term that you must remember. Okay, so conurbate is ultimately the accumulation of organic complex molecule in a form where cell membrane is absent, but the property of life it shows somehow. Okay, so with this, my dear student, today our Operand and Haldane theory we conclude here. So thank you and have a good day.